college, one of my friends. And in the speech, the person said basically was talking about the internet, and this is before social media really kind of hit and everything like that, 1997, and said, "Do you think you're happier today because you could email across the world, or do you think you were happier 100 years ago when you knew your neighbors and your connectivity?" And I think about that a lot. I think
Mm.
about where we've become is that we have all these tools for connectivity, for talking, amazing communication devices. But yet the paradox is we feel more and more disconnected, more and more lonely.
Yeah, you're right. I think the word paradox is the right word. I often talk in a similar vein, Matt, about the fact that nobody wants to die alone, and yet we seem completely committed to living alone, right? So, I think paradoxical is the right word for all of these things that we're experiencing. I think there's a lot of reasons for that. I mean, pace of life is one of them. Life is just so fast. Something like empathy has two great enemies. One is low time, the other is high stress, right? When you are time starved and very stressed, to access your prefrontal cortex, which is where your empathy sits, is very hard for you, right? Because you're in this kind of survival state, which doesn't do a lot for us accessing those skill sets. So we live under high amounts of stress. And of course, there's many reasons for that: social, economic, political, all around the world. Wherever you're tuning into this show from, you will have a reality in your country. Loneliness, as you touched on, impacts nearly 52, well, in America, nearly 52% of Americans suffer from loneliness. And we know that loneliness, for a start, you statistically are likely to die 8 years earlier.